In the deep, dark forests of North America, there is said to dwell a terrifying creature that has haunted the nightmares of Native American communities for centuries. This creature is known as the Wendigo. With its skeletal frame, glowing eyes, and insatiable hunger for human flesh, the Wendigo is a truly terrifying monster. Brace yourself for a tale of horror and intrigue as we uncover the terrifying secrets of the Wendigo. The Wendigo is a mythical creature from the folklore of the Algonquin tribes in North America. It is said to be a malevolent spirit that possesses humans and transforms them into a cannibalistic monster. According to the legend, anyone who is suffering from hunger in the harsh winter months can be possessed by the Wendigo spirit. The possessed individual will then develop an insatiable hunger for human flesh and transform into a terrifying monster with glowing eyes, elongated limbs, and a skeletal frame. It brings us to shivers just trying to imagine how terrifying it must look. The Wendigo is said to roam the forests, stalking its prey with deadly precision. It is an unstoppable force that cannot be killed by conventional means, and its victims are said to be forever cursed. The Wendigo's appearance is just as terrifying as its legend. It is described as an emaciated, skeletal figure with long, bony limbs that stretch out in an unnatural way. Its skin is said to be tight and stretched, almost as if it is too small for its body. Its eyes are said to glow with an otherworldly yellowish light, and its breath is icy cold. The Wendigo's appearance is so horrifying that it has been known to drive people to madness and despair. Those who have claimed to have seen it describe it as an abomination, a creature that defies the laws of nature and is a portent of doom. The Wendigo is often depicted wearing tattered clothes or furs, a reminder of its former human form. It is said to possess an insatiable hunger for human flesh, and its long arms and sharp claws make it a formidable predator. The Algonquin tribes had a deep-rooted belief in the existence of the Wendigo, and they took great measures to protect themselves from its malevolent influence. According to their traditional beliefs, the Wendigo was a powerful and vengeful spirit that could only be appeased through a series of sacred rituals. One of the most important rituals for protecting oneself from the Wendigo was the Wendigo dance. This ritual involved a shaman or spiritual leader, leading the tribe in a dance that was meant to invoke the spirits to protect them from the Wendigo. The dance was performed in a sacred circle and accompanied by drumming, chanting, and the burning of sacred herbs. The shaman would don ceremonial regalia and paint their face with intricate designs representing the spirits they were invoking. They would also perform certain movements and gestures, each with a specific meaning and purpose to convey their intentions and communicate with the spirits. The purpose of the Wendigo dance was to create a protective barrier around the tribe and ward off any evil spirits, including the Wendigo. The Algonquin tribes believed that the dance was a powerful tool for summoning the spirits and invoking their protection. The Wendigo dance was not just a one-time event, but was performed regularly throughout the year, especially during the harsh winter months when the threat of the Wendigo was most pronounced. The dance was also an opportunity for the tribe to come together and reaffirm their cultural identity and beliefs. In addition to the Wendigo dance, the Algonquin tribes also had other rituals and practices for protecting themselves from the Wendigo. They believed in the power of certain talismans such as amulets made of bone to ward off evil spirits. They also avoided speaking the name of the Wendigo and other evil spirits out loud, as they believed this would attract their attention and invite their wrath. Overall, the Algonquin tribes took the threat of the Wendigo very seriously and had a deep respect for the power of the spirits. Their rituals and practices were not just about protecting themselves from physical harm, but were also about maintaining a harmonious relationship with the natural world and the spiritual realm. In addition to the legend of the Wendigo, there is another aspect to the story that is equally disturbing. It is called the Wendigo psychosis.
Oh my. That sounds most terrifying. You're probably asking yourself, what is this condition?
The Wendigo psychosis is a psychological condition that has been documented in some Native American communities where individuals experience an intense craving for human flesh, often accompanied by hallucinations and delusions. The psychosis is believed to be caused by a combination of social isolation, extreme hunger, and exposure to the legend of the Wendigo. It is thought that individuals who are already vulnerable due to mental illness or substance abuse may be more susceptible to this condition. Here's a true story about the Wendigo psychosis. In 1878, a man named Swift Runner, who was of Cree descent, was convicted of murdering and eating his wife, children, and mother-in-law during a period of extreme hunger and isolation in the Canadian wilderness. Although Swift Runner claimed to have been possessed by the Wendigo spirit, he was brought to trial and later hanged for his crimes.
Are you totally freaked out?
How will you sleep at night now that you know all this? Despite being a legend, the Wendigo has continued to fascinate and terrify people for centuries. It is a cautionary tale that warns against the dangers of greed, cannibalism, and the consequences of disrespecting the natural world. The Wendigo's appearance and behavior have made it a staple of horror fiction and popular culture. It has been featured in movies, books, and video games, captivating audiences with its terrifying presence. Did you know that TV shows like Teen Wolf, Supernatural, Blood Ties, Charmed, and Hannibal all had episodes where the Wendigo was central to the plot? Why not go and check them out? So, if you ever find yourself lost in the woods during a cold winter night, be careful, or you might just become the next victim of the dreaded Wendigo. Join us as we explore more legends and mysteries